I would like my eggs to be out there in the world and be a child one day. If
I'm
somebody
sure there's
wants
a
that.
lot of people that would like your eggs.
Well, look, I'm fun. I'm flirty. I am great. I'm sporty. I'm athletic.
Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
We're back. We're back.
I feel like I just got a text before we did this. I'm gonna think positively. I feel like my kid is sick every other week. He's not. That's me being dramatic, but it's like, damn. But this whole kid thing where they just have like a runny nose all the time. And like here I am panicking because I'm about to leave for a week thinking, great, now he's gonna get freaking the flu.
Okay, well, we're not gonna leapfrog. That was kind of cool how you're like, that was like weird. A horse.
I think that was all the Botox I had holding my face in place. And then my lips went, I don't think I could do that again if I tried.
That was crazy. Like your lip went way up. Okay, we're not gonna
put that on our socials, Ryan. Don't you dare, because I don't need fucking memes of that one. You know what I mean? I got a meme right here.
What you mean by it is you're not gonna leapfrog to your kid, hypochondriac thing. He's a baby. He's going to different classes. He's also building up his immune system.
Many classes.
You want him to do that. You don't want to have a bubble boy. You don't want to have, look at me. Obviously, with all the children I have, I'm willing to give you some of the advice. Right. Look at all of them. But no, I just think it's good to expose your kid to stuff. And that's part of him building up his immunities. No? I'm a doctor.
You're right. I need to calm down. And with that, welcome to our big show.
We missed you guys. We apologize that I'll take the blame on this one. Obviously, my schedule, as we all know, I don't look at the weather in advance. I don't look at my flights in advance. And last week, when we were both in Philadelphia for the NFC Championship game, I was flying somewhere else. My flight was later on Monday, and it was going to screw up the recording of the podcast. So anyways, we miss you guys. We are back. When this airs, we will actually both already be in New Orleans for the big game, the Super Bowl. I'm so excited. It's been a couple years, obviously, since the game was on Fox, and we're back and we're headed to New Orleans. And what are you most excited for? Or do you want to go back and talk about the NFC Championship game?
Let's go back. Because that feels like 2 weeks ago, doesn't it?
Feels like 2 years ago. Where has the time gone? So we finally get to, we love when we're in the same place because it only happens once or twice every couple years. But yeah, both in Philadelphia, NFC Championship game between the Washington Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles. Go. Your highlight, the game, all of it. Your sit down interview.
I'm trying to remember it all. Weather was good. Wasn't that bad. Let's see. It's always great to see everybody because we don't get to be with everybody until NFC Championship and Super Bowl. So that was super exciting. What else was happening? Got to sit down with Saquon. I got very emotional in that sit down interview. He was just saying a lot of things that I thought kind of applied to my life or like where I am in my life, just about, you look at everything you go through and you think it's right time, right place. And I don't know. He just had a lot of great, insightful perspective. And he talked about manifesting and seeing things through. And I said this on the pregame show. You always want an athlete to bite when you ask them about a potential trophy winning, game. And I said, okay, you've manifested. What do you see tomorrow? And he just said perfectly in like his low, calm Saquon voice, like confetti, my family, kissing my, fiance, my kid. And I was like crying. It just was so cool and so fun. And congrats to Saquon. But also on the other side of things, we've talked about it. At this point, I don't want anyone to lose.
I know.
I hate it.
I know. Someone else.
You sat down with Dan Campbell. You got to be close with them. Dan Quinn, excuse me.
Yeah, Dan Quinn. I had never gotten a chance to meet him. And those that don't know, I'm from Seattle, and he was the defensive coordinator there with Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas and Bobby Wagner and that whole Legion of Boom defense. And so I was very excited too, because everyone, and Sherm, I was talking to him the day before I did the interview, just like sort of getting a little intel on who he was and different questions to ask. And Sherm's like, he is one of the most caring, kind people you'll ever meet. And he just wants everyone to, he said this quote in the interview, which I loved. He's like, I love doing hard shit with good people. And it's like that. I love that idea too, right? When you're doing anything, whether it's in a relationship or friendships or whatever, it's like, it's just so rewarding when you go through it, but you're doing it with the people that you want to. So you never want to see anyone lose. But what I'm so excited for is this is a team that only had 4 wins last year. And in 1 year, the turnaround that the Washington Commanders have had to even to get to an NFC Championship game, which they hadn't gotten to since 1991. That fan base has a ton of reasons to cheer. So as we turn our attention now to the Super Bowl, here we are. Kansas City Chiefs. Headlines. We're going for
I'm going to get a little emo about this too, and a little defensive.
Let's do it. Okay. I like when you get, okay. What are we defensive about?
I was flying back on Monday from the NFC Championship. You were going to Orlando. I was going back home.
We're from Orlando.
I slept for a few hours, then decided to crack open the laptop and start reading articles and getting some work done. I got so fired up about the stories I was reading and the fact, I've covered the Eagles a ton, getting back into it with the Chiefs. I got some work to do today, actually. I just thought of that.
My gal.
I was asked and have been asked multiple times, have you seen on Twitter that there's hashtag boycott the Super Bowl because people don't want to see these two teams play? You know what's funny? Are the people in the world that say, you're a girl, you don't know much about football. No, you don't know anything about football. If you don't appreciate and like what these two teams have accomplished this year, what they've gone through this year, if you need me to lay out the storylines, you don't know football. You're boring. You've got the issue. It's you. You're the problem. It's you. This Super Bowl is awesome. I don't care if it's a rematch. Guess what? How many times have we seen Bills Chiefs? A ton. How many times did we see Patriots Chiefs? A ton. Because they're good. If you don't like it, beat them.
Better.
Go.
All of that.
Bored. I'm bored.
People did this with the Patriots. I'm so sick of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Well, guess what? As sweet Josh Allen so articulate. Well, I can't articulate anything.
Excavator.
I mean, my God, eloquently said in his press conference, as all of the emotions are flooding over him of having, lost in this AFC Championship game, wait again to the Chiefs and all that. And he's like, look, if they're the best and they're the best until someone beats them. And that's the reality of it. When the Patriots were on their run, they were the best. Somebody needs to knock them off. So I always look at it like this. How lucky are we to have a front row seat to history? And that's what I look at. So if that history is actually made because the Chiefs, are the first team ever to have a three-peat, great. If it's history because, the Eagles get their championship and they get their redemption in this game and their revenge tour or whatever they're on, and Saquon finally is able to hoist that Lombardi trophy, then that's great too. I just love these I think they're the best two teams. It doesn't feel lopsided. It doesn't feel like, ooh, this might be like a blowout game. I mean, the last Super Bowl was won by 3 points between the Chiefs. That was the margin of victory in the last one. So there's so many different great storylines in this one, and I'm just so excited that we get this Super Bowl, because then we don't have another one for 4 years. And that's what's making me sad, because for those that don't know, every 3 years Fox gets the Super Bowl because you have to share it with CBS and NBC. Right. And the way that the contract worked out with the NFL, now we won't have it for another 4 years after this. So I am going in with the attitude of soaking it all up. It's a busy week. It's a great week. It's in New Orleans. There's a lot of fun surprises planned that we're going to be able to obviously roll out on Super Bowl Sunday. And it's the Super Bowl. This is like what we dreamed about when we were little kids, is standing on the sideline, the moment when I get to stand there with you right before you do your hit in front of hundreds of millions of people. Like, it's just, I don't know. I get so excited thinking about this opportunity that we get every few years.
And if you know what, you don't like us when we talk about Taylor Swift, too bad. You don't like us when we talk about football. Well, I'm going to talk about football. You said it so perfectly. We get a front row seat to potentially history with Patrick Mahomes and the three-peat. And I don't care what you think about the calls, you're crazy. I don't care what you think about it's rigged, you're crazy. He is the face of our league. And I will tell you, someone that has worked with him, you have worked with him. He makes time for everybody. Yeah. He is so great. He is as advertised. He could be a prick. You don't want to meet your heroes. You want to meet him. Mm-hmm. You want to meet Saquon Barkley. Kids should want to be growing up to be like them. And I am so grateful. I'm so grateful I got to cover Tom. I got to cover Erin. I'm so grateful to be covering these guys. This is such a pleasure. It is such an honor. It is such a treat. There are so many storylines. There are so many great storylines. And I'm so grateful we get to be a part of it.
Yes. Speaking of Super Bowl, though, I want to give a shout out real quick. I know sometimes you're like, oh, God, but this is a big deal. And I already got mine because you're so generous and gave me one. But your wear jacket. I do. I have it.
I already sent mine to New Orleans.
Hold on. Look at her.
I'm going to say, so we did a collab with Rebecca Minkoff, and we have a limited edition leather jacket, Super Bowl leather jacket that we are selling on Fanatics and also on Rebecca Minkoff's site. I'm so excited. We got Charissa, Thompson in one. I was going to wear mine today, but I already sent it to New Orleans to have waiting for me. They're cute. And we also have a Super Bowl line that's out on Fanatics as well. It's also out on Wear by EA. There's our Super Bowl line. We have a ton of different styles. We have just ones that say Super Bowl 59. We also have ones that are for Kansas City. We have stuff for the Eagles. We have stuff with both teams. There's our Wear by EA and Rebecca Minkoff Super Bowl leather jacket.
This is so nice, Erin.
Fun.
This is so nice. It is so soft. This leather is buttery. Oh, I'll do my best. HSN.
Yeah.
Buttery. All of the hardware on it is top of the line. They have a cute belt at the bottom. And I like the vibe that's like a little oversized. Nothing's like I have a sweatshirt on underneath this and it doesn't feel like you're like, can't move your arms in it. It's so comfy, cozy. Look at the details.
Oh, the details with the zipper.
And I love it. Again to show you the back. Look at how fun that is. I love it.
It's cute.
I love it.
It's good.
Thank you.
Really, really
thank
good.
you.
Thanks for wearing it. I was supposed to wear it on this podcast. And like I said, I sent everything. So yeah, I got to be in my bonnet with people and their attitude and look. You can't make everybody happy. I get that. But I think it's so comical when people sit back and they're like, she's a terrible broadcaster.
I'm going back to the jacket.
I love you. Thank you.
I'm adorable. Watch. Collar up. Look at all the different ways you can wear this.
There's so many different ways.
I love it.
You can even sleep in it and look great and be cozy with the buttery soft leather. Anyways, I've got to be in my bonnet where people have an attitude about this. I think it's an amazing Super Bowl. And I think if you can't appreciate it, then I don't think you really know much about our league.
No, and it's the rant too, where people are like, oh, Taylor, she's ruining football.
No, she's not. She's making it better.
Exactly. So
young girls like it.
If you don't like it, fine, turn it off.
Get out.
No one asked you. Guess what? There'll be plenty of other people watching. So we have a lot to do this week. As Erin had mentioned on the pregame, we had a week between the NFC Championship game and this leaving for the Super Bowl.
What appointment did you go to and what didn't you go to? Because I had everything booked.
I was an appointment gal. I went and got my teeth cleaned, no cavities. I still feel like a little kid. I reported to my mom today when I called her. I was like, no cavities for me.
Good.
I got a facial. I got an update from my my surgery that I want to get to make myself look younger, but I can't do that until post-season. What other appointments did I have?
Hi, Dr. Daniel Poor. I'm not ignoring you. Hi.
Dr. Lakey is about to make me look 20 years younger. I can't wait for that. More on that after the break. What else did I do? I had a fitting for clothes. What else? I know you had a nail appointment. It's great.
I went crazy. Here's the thing. I'm a square. We've discussed this. Jackie Quick loves it when I say I'm a square. We were supposed to get our ears triple pierced for the Super Bowl. There is time. but now I'm worried if I get it triple pierced in New Orleans, I'll get an infection, and then that'll keep me
here
out
we
of the
go,
Super
everybody.
Bowl.
I'm not
It is
asking you
so
to get
bad.
a tattoo. I'm saying it's an earring.
True. So I just got my ears double pierced. I only wear the same Pillow Talk lipstick over and over. I basically do the same nude nails. I am wearing a really fun outfit for Super Bowl. I love it a lot.
It's
Daniela, my girl,
great.
got it together for me.
Well, you have a couple great ones.
These nails go with it, but this is like, for me, this is like crazy. And I'm like, oh my God, these are crazy. Whereas we were just talking about one of my girlfriends that we are going to go away with together. I realized that's what
you
we're
found someone, because that the conversation at dinner.
This would be Temple nails. She'd be like, yeah, I'm going to Temple. It's fine. All good. And these, I'm like,
yeah. Last night
I'm getting
dinner,
used to them. I'm getting used to them.
Erin was, I don't know, she lifted her glass. I said, what are we doing with those nails? Because we had a conversation one time on here. Shout out to Howie Long. Chrome. We're not doing chrome nails. We're too old for that. I just get stuck in the same old French situation.
I know. I'm going to live a little. You know what? It could be my last Super Bowl. I'm going to live a little. You never know what could happen at this Super Bowl like this.
Well, it's very festive. It's New Orleans, and I like that you're going to try new things. So what else?
Let's talk about what went into, I was going to say, what goes into what you wear? A lot of people have been asking me this. And you know what I love about this is that I think for years, I never really wanted to be like, oh, it's just, don't worry about it. I'm just blending in and I'm doing the game. No, F that. Like, and I'm going to praise our girl. I'm going to praise Taylor for making it cool to be like, I'm a woman and I love sports and it's good. Like, we can look great. What goes into what you wear for Super Bowl? I had some doozy outfits. Ugh. I'm so excited about mine this year.
I think a lot of it is just if it has sparkle, if it's something that's like I would never wear, it has to be special. It's the Super Bowl.
But also, unfortunately, functional for me still.
Well, that's, when you're walking, doing,
when you're walking this ass up and down the sideline.
Have you ever tracked your steps? It's not really something I do. When people
I used to track my steps when I did both sidelines. Now I feel like I'm a fake. Like I'm not doing the whole thing. You know?
Because you guys do split sidelines now. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what goes into it? No, I just want to, you know me. I don't plan too far ahead. I just got the dress today that I'm going to wear. And
you always do that so well. You did that when we went to the Eras tour. You pulled that off so well. And I ended up looking like a procrastinator. But there's nothing wrong with a soccer mom. But
she's still talking about it. Stop it.
Hey, can I bring something up I was talking about?
Please.
Notice how my eyebrows chilled out because I got off that serum. Isn't that insane?
I think here's what I want. You've still not said what the serum is because some people want those eyebrows. You were trying to like dumb them down. I gotta go I have to fill mine in. Oh, these are
yours look so good. I've started to use it maybe like twice a week, but not the every day because we saw what happened when I used it every day. It's no lie. It gets you. It's great.
It works. What is it? Are you allowed to say the serum?
It's Obagi.
Okay.
It's unbelievable, but I think I was really overusing it. So,
which is not like you. I feel like you're such a rule follower. Like you read the instructions. Remember that time you gave me the self tanner for my face and
oh my God,
put on, I look like Donald Trump. It was wild. Like the amount of self tanner that I had on. My God.
Are you going to get a tan before the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's happening tomorrow.
The problem is we're a week out. It's not going to be left on me.
Have you seen the spray tans I get?
I've actually gotten one before.
No, that girl's out. That one's out. I got the good one. That one was a trial and error. Okay, more on the error side. I'm
going to say this now. Because I didn't say it at the time, but now he's my coworker, so I can say this. I used Charissa's a girl she recommended, not who she's using now. Right before I went to Tom Brady's retirement, surprise retirement party in the Bahamas. And I literally used it the night before we went. And Jarrett was like, whoa. And I'm like, it's going to be fine. It's going to wear off. It's going to be great. We flew to New Jersey to go see our friends and then fly with them to the Bahamas. I showed up. I sat down at their table and the son looked at me and goes, is that going to come off?
It was bad. I know. I'm so sorry.
My girlfriend Ashley gave me a Dove bar and a shower and said, "Hey, go do yourself a favor."
Oh my God.
Like,
I felt
I
so
was
bad.
in the ocean for the Bahamas, just laying there. Like, one of the best parts of the story is TB walks out. Everybody's like, "Surprise, happy retirement." He walks around everyone and gives everybody a hug. And he was like, "What, Erin? Wow." And I said, "Yeah, you think I'd do this for just anybody? No. Happy retirement." I was fucking orange.
I'm so sorry. Because my
That's
girl
not your
wasn't
fault.
there.
That's not
But
your
this girl
fault.
worked with her and she was obviously using the wrong formula. It was not. It wasn't.
Formula One is what I got.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? The checkered flag was there. Okay. You were the first around the track with the orange glow. So I'm so sorry.
Oh
But yes,
God, Oompa
I am
Loompa. It was
getting a
fine.
spray tan tomorrow and I'm just going to go. When they say, what color do you want to be? I'm like, as dark as possible, because then by the time the game gets there.
How are you going to keep it though? Because we are working out where you shower 50 times a day.
Yeah, but I feel like that's only 6 days?
Does Dom, she'll add stuff to you, right? Because Jillian will add stuff to me.
Like a little, I'm a Sally Hansen. Although I got a new one now. I don't know the name of it. I got to look for it.
I got a new one
too. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We have a lot of things. We're very excited. But also, I would like to point out, actually, I don't want to point this out. We have Ryan, our wonderful producer, along with
my nails.
they're going to grow on me.
They're kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm into it. These headlines. Guys,
let's do them.
First one. I'm single and sick of dating apps. I tried a crazy hack and got hundreds of suitors. So I'm going to paraphrase this a little bit.
Okay.
This person's exhausted by dating apps. Okay. So she wrote on a sign, she wrote single and her Instagram handle. She held up the poster at a game. She was inundated with messages on the social media app as eligible bachelors followed her account and tried to flirt with her. Quote, seems Instagram was an easier way than walking up to me. I'm so into this because you and I have talked about this. I've never been on a dating app, either have you, but we have friends that are like exhausted by the experience, but then some of them work. Like my sister met her husband on Match.com 20 years ago. Like there's plenty of instances in which it works, but I see where you could get so exhausted on that scrolling situation. So this is great. Holding up a sign that says single with your Instagram handle, it's fantastic.
So good. I love it.
Love it. What would you write on your poster?
Help. Have you seen that? Have you seen the stuff on the news?
Where, what is that? Well, I don't like that.
No. Even if concerned. It's a joke, it's terrible. With everything going on in the world, stop.
No, I don't like any of that.
Yeah.
Next one.
I got engaged at my sister-in-law's wedding. It was mortifying, but unforgettable. All right. So this girl, Brittany Brink, was pulled onto the dance floor against her will to participate in the bouquet toss for the bride, the sister of Brink's boyfriend. God, this is already hard for me to follow. I was almost annoyed. I don't need to come out for the bouquet toss. Okay, I can't pronounce it. Rich asked Brink to marry him in the middle of his sister's reception. Immediately I go, why would you do this on your sister's wedding day? Why would you do this? This sounds like a Friends episode. But it was the bride's idea all along. She starts crying and says, I really wanted you to have this moment. I really wanted your aunt to be here for this proposal because I know that she can't have your parents. Oh, I know that you can't have your parents here. Turns out the woman that was proposed to, her parents both passed away within months of each other. Okay, that's adorable. I love that. That you don't need to be mortified. That's amazing.
No, that changes everything.
Yeah.
It was so sweet. She adds, and it just meant so much to me. Because without the context of like the emotional aspect and the sister being in on it, that would be a bad news situation if you were proposed to at your sister-in-law's wedding. And then can you imagine if the sister wasn't in on it? I'd be like, what the fuck? This is my day. What are we doing over here with proposal?
I know. But I don't have any weddings to go to this summer. Do you?
No. This is why everyone wants me to get married, because someone wants to have a party. Because at this point, we're at the age where people are, take me out of the equation, because we've already done it. They're either getting married for the second time or they're done. Like we're 40-ish, whatever we are, mid-40s. And it's like at this point, like we're either getting 50. A divorce and trying again, or we are wifed up.
I'm close to 50 with chrome nails.
You look great.
I can do it with a broken heart. That's interesting. Yeah, no wedding this summer. I really appreciate that. Unless it's yours and it's a surprise wedding and you want to surprise us. That would be so fun if you and Steve invited all of your great friends to the ranch and you're like, we're just going to have a big party. And then it was like, surprise, it's our wedding.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say about this.
That is awesome.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say about this. I'm never getting married again. Okay, this is, we have already talked about it. We have already went through all the reasons why.
Nobody talked to me about it.
Yeah, okay, well, listen, I will have a party though. I'm happy to have a party. There's just not going to be vows. Like, why does it, who cares about the vows anyways? No one wants to listen to that shit and promises and this and that. Do that on your own time. People just want to show up for the party. So if you want me to have a party, I can do that. I'm just not going to have a wedding party.
I just want you guys to be together forever.
Well,
and I want to celebrate you being together forever.
Well, you're adorable. Do you want us to do like, why don't we just draft up on a piece of paper and we'll just sign that? And then that's it. There's no legal paperwork filed at the courthouse or, any of that crap. If you want us to sign for you, I will do that. But it's not a legal marriage.
I watch Friends a lot. And you remind me so much of Jennifer Aniston's character in Friends.
The nicest thing you've said to me.
I literally watch it on the road on YouTube TV, not an ad, but I'd love it to be while I'm brushing my teeth, while I'm washing my face. It gives me comfort. And lately, I've been watching the wedding between Chandler and Monica, which makes me so sad for Matthew Perry.
No.
But when Joey talks about his two best friends getting married, I just want to say that at your wedding.
Okay. Hey, how about we do this? Okay. Let's take it to the streets in the calm down community. How do you feel about, because I like a theme, I love a costume. I love a theme. We could have a not wedding wedding. So it's not a wedding, but it's a wedding that just is a union. Look at how interested you are in this. You're dealing with your kid. What's like? Is he okay?
No, he's starting to get sick.
Oh,
damn it. Okay, so take it to the streets. Back again. Go ahead.
No, we need to. I wanted to see him
He's
today
fine.
too.
I got to get over this. They get sick all the time. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
so take it to the streets.
We are going to take it to the streets for my situation, but this is a fluid conversation.
It's fluid's coming out of his nose.
That's my
fine.
point. The other thing we're going to take to the streets with the calm down community, all the real mothers out there, not me, who pretends to have children and I don't have them. How can you help Erin? I want you to write into our DM.
Not act like the sky is falling. Everybody knows.
What advice other mothers have on not being a hypochondriac or worrying too much, because that's a real thing. That's your baby. Of course you're going to be worried about him, but like that in between of he's okay. He's
fine. Okay, so take it to the streets that I want my Chandler Monica wedding. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll have a not wedding. I'm not going to sign any paperwork or legally get married. But if you want us to do that for you, I do.
I will, what's the word? I will what your wishes? I will not appreciate your wishes. I will
respect what?
Respect your wishes. It's not like you're dying. What am I doing
here? What do you mean? What do you respect my wishes? What, that I don't legally want to get married?
Yeah. I feel like I'm pushing it on you.
No, you're not. The decision was all mine. You're not the only one that, says that they want Steve and I to get married because they know I'm so happy and that's great. But it's the same way that you wanted me to have a baby and I'm not going to have a baby. And which I told you last night, which I'd like to open it up to this.
You really threw that on me in the middle of some random story. You were like, so I decided not to have a baby. And I was like, we're getting kicked out of the restaurant and you're telling me this?
Which you have known, and everyone that has listened to this podcast, I have made the conscious decision not to have children. But there was a big moment that the fertility clinic sent me the final notification that my eggs, because if you don't renew your storage every year, and it's, it's a couple $1,000s, it's a small price in the big scheme of things for what you're doing. But for me, I'm like, I don't need to keep paying the storage fee anymore because I don't need to have the eggs. But then I wrote back, which by the way, they haven't written me back. I wrote back on the email. I was like, well, I'd like to donate my eggs. And I don't think that's just like something you should write back on the email.
They're going to follow up.
I'm sure
you're going to have to do a whole legal thing because they're not going to want to be sued. So you're going to have to do a whole legal thing. Yes,
well, I don't read the fine print. Yeah.
Oh,
but
boy.
I'm like, does anyone have any information on this? Because I would like to donate. I don't have a lot of eggs, but I have 8 really good ones. And I'd like to donate that to someone because, you know, you and I have talked about at length that the struggles that people go through to have babies. And so I would like my eggs to be out there in the world and be a child one day. If
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would like your eggs.
Well, look, I'm fun. I'm flirty. I am great. I'm sporty. I'm athletic. Anyways, no, I just feel like, is that a thing? Am I allowed to do that or no?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a little bit more paperwork than you just being like, hey, I'd like to donate my eggs. Thanks. Bye.
It's like me going down to Goodwill and donating clothes. I can't just drop them off. Okay, interesting.
No.
All right, well, we'll look into that. We'll deal with that post Super Bowl. But in the meantime, I love you. I can't wait to work another Super Bowl alongside you, to root you on, to cheer you on, and just
what are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about being with you. I think that this to me is always a really, really special thing in life, that in the biggest moments of our career that we get to do it alongside each other, or I get to root you on when my pregame stuff is done and then the game starts. And I think it's very unique that we get to do a job that we both love and do it alongside one another and with all the people that we love that we work with. So yeah, very excited. And the matchup's fucking great.
The matchup is great.
So let's go. Tune in Sunday on Fox, 5-hour pregame show, and let the game begin.
Guess who we're asking for in our meeting after practice? Is that funny, Bunny? Chris Jones.
Stop.
Dream.
God, he's great. You guys, that backstory on Chris Jones, Thursday Night Football, that dreamboat comes up on set, does the interview, whatever, he's about to walk off set. Speaking of nail polish colors, see how we bring it all back here? All comes back. Look at that. He looks at me and he goes, was that funny, Bunny? And the fact that he knew the nail polish color, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I might put Funny Bunny on these nails. I got a nail appointment Monday.
What are you doing with Gronk? What's happening there? You guys are adorable in that promo.
What are we doing?
Are you and Gronk doing something together?
You think that I've read any itinerary? I mean, there's no way I know
we
what's happening.
promoted during our game. It's one of the biggest and best Super Bowl parties out there, hosted by Charissa Thompson and Rob Gronkowski. Do you not know what it is?
No. I have no idea what it is.
We did the promo together.
Well, they just said, hey, you're going to do something fun with Gronk. And I was like, let's do it. Because every day is a good day with Gronk. You know?
You don't know what. Are you working Monday, though?
Yeah, I'm working Monday. Julian Edelman, myself, and Mark Sanchez are in Los Angeles. Peter Schrager and I think Christina are in New Orleans already, and they'll do media day, and we'll just throw it back and forth studio. It's a kickoff show.
I thought that's what you were doing with Gronk.
No. Well, maybe he's there. I don't really read the fine print. So we'll find out. Guys, it'll be a surprise for everybody. You know what's not a surprise? How cute this jacket is. Wear by Erin Andrews Super Bowl gear. This, Rebecca Minkoff. Hey, will you tell everybody where they can get all this stuff? They don't know where to go.
Yeah, so the Super Bowl gear that you have on right now, that bomber jacket, we have several styles of our Wear Super Bowl gear. It's available on Wear by EA, NFL Shop, Fanatics.com.
Good.
Also, if you're going to New Orleans, we have a whole pop-up shop at the convention center, which is super fun. Go stop by, check it out. The leather jacket is available now on Fanatics and also on Rebecca Minkoff's website as well. So that's super cute.
Come on. This is, you guys, I can't say enough about the Buttery leather. It smells so good. It smells rich. You know, some of these like cheesy jackets and you're like, oh, that's not real leather. This is so rich. Oversized jacket. Look at all the hardware.
Favorite walking billboard.
Oh my God. Well, guess what? If you're looking for me in New Orleans, I'll be in all of these things. So I'm excited. I love you. Happy Super Bowl week. And thank you, Calm Down community, for being supportive of us.
If you guys see us out there, say, scream, calm down, and we'll say, we will.
Love you guys. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.